How frustrating does it become when you guys find that momentum towards the end of the game, but really found yourselves chasing it, 95% of the time and knowing what you can do when you do find your game?
Yeah, it's not fun chasing the game, pretty much. Being down by three. We found a way back in it and created a game there towards the end, but at those times you're broken up on those mistakes previously in the first period, and that really cost us the game.
How frustrating can that really be for this group who we've talked about so much trying to find that, your game as a whole, 60 minutes?
Yeah, that's the difference between winning and losing. Every night, any team's going out there trying to win, and pretty much the team that plays the full 60-minute best defensive game, because that's really where you turn in the offense, and we need 60 minutes out of us.
On the bench, what is everybody thinking when, so early in the game, not only you're down 2-0, but Lindy makes the move to replace the goaltender?
Just focus on our game. You can't change what happened and everything, and keep moving forward. We want to make sure that we gave her a chance to win at the end of the night and stay positive. So when we come in here, we had to regroup and go back out there and fight.
How would you pulse kind of the mood of the room right now amidst this little stretch here?
We got a great group of guys in here. Every day we love coming to the rink. It's a good time, but obviously we know we have more, and these games are ours to win, and we want to really make sure we do that. But obviously, yeah, we know there's more that we got to put out there.
Does it feel like you guys are not able to create your own momentum, but maybe when a puck bounces your way, that's kind of when it starts? Timo scores, suddenly you guys are handling the puck with more authority, then you score. Does it kind of feel like that's what's happening right now?
I think, we go out there with the mindset we want to start well. And no one's out there trying not to do that. And it's unfortunate that it happens to us frequently because, we really want to change that up and have the momentum right off the start and the bounces going our ways. But sometimes it's hockey and it happens. But the main thing is we got to focus on is just making sure that we work. You never want to get out competed, and that really comes down to simple.
Do you think Washington does anything special defensively against you guys? You had 3 shots on goal in the first period, maybe. 2 games in a row where they come in here and kind of take it to you guys early.
They have a veteran team. They have a lot of old guys. They played the game a long time, and they know what it takes to win. And obviously, if you can keep a team to that load of shots, you're doing something right. And we had to find a way to change that up, but that's 2 now this season against them, and we obviously don't want that to happen anymore.
Any concern with the 5-on-5 play? This was a game where all the goals, I think, were pretty much scored even strength. And any concern in that you're giving up that many?
I think just you want to play sound defensively, be on the right side of the puck. Like I said, it comes down to basics. Just want to compete, make sure you do that, and things will go your way at some time, but I think just most importantly, we don't want to be fighting from behind every game.
Dawson, obviously there's a few key pieces missing here with some shift in the lineup. Does it feel like chemistry is hard to maintain right now?
I think everyone's a great player in here. You can switch it up and play with whoever, but those 2 guys, everyone knows they're unbelievable, talented players, and things will change obviously with those guys out of the lineup, but we got to do our best to stay on track and keep playing and making sure that we can do what we can to get ourselves some wins.
It must be frustrating to see how the way things went in those first 2 periods and that offense really only coming at the end of the game for you guys.
Yeah, I thought it came too late today. Just the mistakes we made in the first 2 periods. They were way harder on 50-50 battles. I think that's what it comes down to at the end. They won more battles, especially early on in the game. And we were chasing the game. And we did a good job there in the third, getting 2 goals. But, we got to play full 60 minutes to win games, and we didn't do that today.
How frustrating can it be when you see how you guys are able to generate your own momentum at the end there, but none of that was happening? You say that too little, too late.
Yeah, exactly. So we got to clean that up. It's not the first time this season, so we knew it, and we gotta fix it. It's that easy. You gotta be just ready and do it for 60 minutes, just like we did at the end there. If we play like that for 60 minutes, we're gonna put ourselves in good spots to win a lot of hockey games.
Timo, what was kind of out of sync about the power play tonight? Did get too many shots, if any, up tonight on the power play?
Yeah, same thing there. just winning the battles and getting in the zone and then getting those loose pucks. I think it's all with the way you work and even as a power play, you got to outwork the PK to get goals, and we didn't do that, and kind of had to pay the price there and losing the game.
How would you evaluate the team's confidence level right now? Obviously, some slow games in basketball.
Confidence. I think you can earn confidence with hard work, and if we work hard, and sometimes you might not have the legs, you might be feeling tired, but that's not an excuse. You just got to go out there and simplify your game even more. A tough road trip and coming back, and there's no excuses. So we just got to go out there and grind. And if we feel like we don't got it today, just simplify it and work.
Does it almost feel like you guys can't create your own momentum until a puck bounces your way, kind of like how it did on your goal?
You just gotta work for that. You can't blame it on puck luck. You gotta go and earn the puck luck. It's that simple.
2 games against the Caps here, they kind of get off to a hot start. Do they do anything different that some of the teams aren't doing to you guys? Or?
I don't know, but it's 2 games that were pretty similar where we had to chase a couple goals, and then in the last period, we get a few. But like I said, it's too late if you want to win against a team. You got to have it earlier, and 10-15 minutes are just not enough in this league.
What's the message from the coach when the goalie gets pulled that early in the game to you guys? Does he say anything to you guys at all, whether it's on the bench, at intermission?
You don't really have to say anything. VTech's been so good for us, and we've made so many saves for us, and that was just from the coach a message, and we don't need that to happen, but the message is pretty clear when he does that.
Akira maybe wasn't expecting to go in or even that early in a game. Can you sort of speak to what you saw in front of you from a team that maybe was really trying to come up with any sort of momentum, but it wasn't really happening?
Yeah, some days just don't go your way. And I guess today was one of those days, like unlucky bounces sometimes. Just missing the puck every now and then. That's just how it goes sometimes. But I think we did a good job at the end there, shooting the puck on the net, getting in front of it, the goalie, and, getting a couple of goals there.
How did you see it tonight? And where's your confidence at this point of the season? Obviously, having to go in, in a sort of tough spot there.
Yeah, me personally, I think I'm building momentum for myself a little bit. I'm feeling better game to game, feeling more confident and comfortable in that.
What's the toughest part about coming into a game like this, where you're already down? It's so early in the game. Are you still kind of sweating from warm-ups?
No, not really. I think the hardest part is that you're kind of cold. You haven't been on the ice for a solid 30, maybe 40 minutes at that point, and so main goal is just to get warmed up and get a feel for the puck.
Akira, how would you evaluate the mood of the room right now? Amid sort of a cold little stretch here.
Obviously not great, but we can't panic or anything. We just gotta get back to work and work on those little things and make sure we keep working hard, and it'll translate into games eventually.
What is it about the Caps that seems to be giving you guys problems? They obviously have some great players, but you guys feels like you should be in more closer games with them than these kind of where they're chasing your goalies 20 minutes into the game.
Yeah, obviously they have great players, but so do we. And I feel like if we play our game in our team structure, I think we have a solid chance of winning against them every time. But today just wasn't our day.
Lindy, this morning we talked about the need to respect the game, the way you guys play it, staying connected. What wasn't working particularly those first 2 periods that you had expected from your team?
Well, I thought some of it was execution. I think if you look right at the start of the game where we make the play to the slot to Jesper, and we're 2-0 in front of their net, we can either execute, Brader can shoot off the pass. He missed the net. He could have put that over to the other forward, and we probably got the start we wanted. We didn't execute. I thought, early on we didn't win enough puck battles. Those 50-50 battles went to them. the game went on, we started to win a few more puck battles. We were light on the puck. So, you know, when you look at it, there wasn't much going on with both teams. There wasn't much for high-quality opportunities. I thought they skated better than us in the first two, and, you know, we dropped down to what we thought was our 9 best. We grabbed a little bit of momentum and really had a couple great opportunities to tie it up.
Is it frustrating when, you know, that Timo's goal goes in and then it breathes a little bit of life back into the team where they're pushing even more, that wasn't, you know, able to come to life a little bit earlier, regardless of whether they were scoring or not?
Again, our execution, we had chances to make plays. You have to make the plays when they're there. You have to trust that when you're getting that position, you're either shooting or you're making the play. We had some plays that we left out there. I think our power play is resembled, which has been going really good. I mean, it had a good night scoring in Colorado, but it had a tough night giving up. Tonight we didn't quite execute, and their power play was like our 5-on-5 game. We gained some traction in the third. I mean, you get to the third, you talk about winning the first 5 minutes. We did that. Then you try to get back in the game. We did that. We had the next shift. Jesper Bratt coming around the net. We got to Foley. If we execute, it's a 3-3 game. I think those are plays that, you know, we need to make. We need to execute that we didn't.
The pulling of Vitek, is that, you know, obviously 2 goals in 15 seconds, but is that more of a team thing as well?
It didn't look, I mean, for me, it just didn't look sharp. I mean, the second goal went in from the bench. You know, it's definitely one he'll want back, that we all want back. You know, so I just felt that maybe it's not going to be his night, and why wait? So I got him out. But it's not about one individual. It's not about just our goaltender. He didn't lose all the puck battles. He wasn't the guy that didn't gap up on the guy that took the shot. We could have easily gapped up. I thought we were a step slow on some of those plays.
Does it feel right now like you guys can't really create your own momentum, but it takes maybe a puck bounce in your direction to, you know, get on the board like it did on Timo's goal?
Well, I will tell you, if you just look at the play, it's around 16:50 of the first period. You're not going to get handed a better opportunity for a better start. And that's the play that I'm trying to reference. That gets us off to a really good start. You know, they took advantage of, you know, what would be a goal we don't like. So we need, obviously, we had better starts on the road. We could have had the start we needed. We just didn't execute that part.
Obviously, some key players missing right now. Where do you feel the chemistry's at with your forward group?
Well, I mean, we have to be serious about, you know, some of our offensive creativity with Nico and Jack out of the lineup isn't there. But at the same time, you know, you got to have other players step in and replace that creativity and replace that those roles that, you know, those guys are assuming. I mean, we miss them. Our game has to be different. It can't be the same without those two guys. So you've got to grind your way through. And sometimes the struggle is just something that it'll keep making you better. You know, so we got to keep grinding.
Lindy, you switched up, you know, some of the lines tonight and some of the D pairs.
Switched up all the lines,
right.
And I kept switching lines up, just looking for that little bit of energy somewhere, because there wasn't, like I said, there wasn't anything going on. There wasn't anything going on for them really. There wasn't much going on for us, and I was going to continue switching lines, and I started in the second, and I went to different lines in the third. And we talked as coaches, we're, you know, maybe even halfway through that period, we'll keep shaking. Because we had some guys I thought, you know, didn't have enough for tonight's game. And those guys ended up watching.
I guess specifically the D pairs, though, what did you like from, you know, the changes you made there, you know, with your blue liners?
Well, I'm going to say this again. I thought we had a couple guys that were having a tough night. So we shook those guys up, too, at the same time.
Is that sort of what you saw from a guy like Holtz, who I think he got the least amount of minutes on the team tonight? What did you see from him?
Early I saw a guy that he just needed to hang on to pucks. I thought he threw some pucks away in the O-zone. We needed to hang on to pucks, just be more determined. But it's not about one player. Sometimes you just don't make it into the top 9 when you shorten the bench. You can look at Nosek just coming back in the lineup. I didn't think he was quite up to speed, but it was my choice to put him in the lineup. So you end up there and you have a chance in your first few shifts to be the guy that says, I'm going to be there all night.